everyone, Trudy here. This little segment is called Helpful Tidbits. We're all sitting at either a makeshift desk right now, working from home, and I thought maybe I would just go over some of the helpful things that I do to try to keep my posture from becoming desk posture. All right, and I will show that to you. So the first thing that I'd like to say is I hope everyone's doing well. Miss you guys. We'll get back to, I don't think we'll ever get back to normal, but we'll get back to seeing each other soon. So this would be my desk because my husband's taken over my office. And so I have a dining room chair and I have just a folding table. And if I was to sit here at my desk, this chair doesn't have a lot of support anymore because it's very old. So this is a little cushion, memory foam cushion, that I like to put underneath myself, and it lifts me up a little bit. All right? So now I'm in pretty good position here. I can scoot myself in. All right, and I love having a high back. Let me just go like this. I love having a high back because it makes me sit up a little straighter. However, over the period of time when I'm sitting here, what will happen is, as you can see, my upper back rounds, my belly sticks out, my head goes forward, and my shoulders slump. My pecs go in. This is desk posture, okay? Really, really bad for you. And some of the things that I try to do to stop this is, first of all, be conscious that I have to sit up straight, but also to use a couple little tools. This first one is just a plain tennis ball. I'll put that behind my shoulder blades, okay? In between my shoulder blades, where the rhomboid muscles are, okay? It's gonna make me, as you can see, my posture is already much better. My chest is out, my shoulders are back and down, and I don't have my head jetting forward, and then I can sit like this, and I can look straight at my computer, and I can type, all right? I am pulling my core in a little bit though to stop my lower back from hyperextending, all righty? But then, even in this position, I can still do my neck out, like my head out like this, which is a forward head, which is really bad. So I just wanna bring that back. And I wanna pretend that I have a string at the top of my head and it's pulling me up, okay? It's pulling me up, extending my neck. All right, but even here, I wouldn't be able to sit here for a long period of time. So I like to take a break now and then, especially when I feel that my posture is failing and I start to round again and my belly pokes out and my head goes forward. So there are some things that I do at my desk. And one of them is my hands go out in front and I just go back. My head goes back. I open up my chest. I open up my shoulder blades and I stretch. And I can do that from my chair. Alrighty, I might hold it for a couple seconds, or I might just go like this a couple times. And then even from this position, I can put my hands up like I'm holding onto that cable machine, a rope pulley. And then to work those muscles between the shoulder blades, the rhomboids, which become very overstretched, I'm just gonna pull that rope, imaginary rope, down to my nose. These are called face pulls. I'm gonna feel my shoulder blades coming back and together, but I'm not gonna let that head go forward and pull it down. Elbows go out, pull that core in though, and up, and I'll do a couple of those, alrighty? And then I like to get up out of my chair at least every 30 to 45 minutes of sitting So what I'll do, push that away. All right, so what I might do here then is put my hand on the desk, and I'm going to stretch out those hip flexors because the hip flexors get really tight while we sit. So I'm just going to do that quad stretch. Okay, I'm going to squeeze those butt cheeks. Oh God, it feels good right in here and all down that quadricep. But this right shoulder, I'm going to roll that back and down. And then maybe I'm going to take that opposite hand and I'm just going to go up and over just to stretch out that body a little bit. Alrighty? And then I'll go to the other side. Alright. And I might do several rounds of that. And that really helps me too. Another thing that you can do to stretch it out is you can put your hands on your desk and then just walk out. You're pushing your chest down toward the ground, okay? But you're not allowing your head to drop, okay? You want to keep those ears between your biceps, okay? And then you're going to pull that core in. Think about pulling that navel to your backbone. You're going to get those glutes out there, and you're going to feel really good stretch. All on that upper back, all down the posterior chain of your body, which we need to do. And then you can walk it up. And then just walk it back. Do this, you can do each exercise about 8 times. Okay, it really, really helps. Another thing that you can do is change your chair up. Like my little Swiss ball, or my big Swiss ball. I can sit here, and this actually works my core, alrighty, and I'm sitting here, but I don't want that head to jet forward. But you really have to have those rhomboids turned on, the muscle between your shoulder blade, to keep those shoulder blades back. You can even do a little twirl this way, a little twirl that way. All right, you can have fun with this. But you can use the switch off from a chair to Swiss ball. And then even if your back allows, and the one thing you want to, any of these exercises I show you, if you have any back issues or shoulder issues, please check with your doctor. I don't know what your issue is. So this is pretty much for the general public without any kind of issues, okay? So what I can do, which we barely ever do, is I can walk myself out on this Swiss ball right at my desk, and I can get into extension, all right? Now I like to keep my knees bent because it takes it out of my lower back, all righty? Oh, and you can just go forward, back, alrighty. Stretch it out, and that feels really good. You're really opening up this chest, allowing those shoulders to open up. And you can just lay out here for however long as it feels comfortable for you. And then when you're done, just push those feet into the ground and walk it up, all right? A couple other things that we can do is not only do our rhomboids become overstretched because we're sitting like this, but our pecs become extremely shortened and tightened. So we want to stretch out our pecs. A couple things we can do here. One is you can get into the middle of a door, okay? Hands on the outside of that door, and you can just push yourself forward and back, really creating a good stretch on those pec muscles. Or if you don't have a door, which we all do at home, you can grab a hold to a side of the wall. I'm going to grab here, and then you can just really stretch, turning to the side, stretching out these pec muscles. Woohoo! They get really tight. And that's what creates that forward at our shoulders, because our pecs are so tight. And then you can go to the other side. I would actually do this several times a day. You can change up these exercises during your desk breaks. Okay? Another exercise to stretch out the pecs, which are over tight from sitting for long periods of time, is a pressure point release technique. And you can have your tennis ball, use your tennis ball. You can use that little black ball that I love that you can get on Google for like, I don't know, $7.99, $8.99. I love this ball. Or you could go to Ben Franklin. I get this at Ben Franklin. It's called High Bounce Pinky. And it's $1.99. Although they're not open right now, are they? If you're going to use a little ball for us women, what you might want to do is also to use it with a yoga block, because some things get in the way. All right, so I would put the little ball up against that yoga ball, and then I would go right into that pec area where the pec goes into the shoulder, and I would press into that ball. All right, oh goodness me. And you're gonna feel that that can be very, very tight. And then you can just go all the way over, be careful going over as far as the sternum, because there's not a lot of muscle there. So just stay in the area probably closer to your shoulder area. And then you're gonna go roll back and forth. And then you're gonna really find that tight spot. You're gonna push into that ball. Opposite arm is gonna go into your snow angels. Oh yeah, you're gonna feel that. Let me show you on this side, and I'm gonna use it with my black ball because it really positions me great off the wall. So I'm going to find that really tight spot. I'm going to press into that, okay? Pushing in with my feet. Oh, goodness me. And then I'm going to do these snow angels, alrighty? I might do about 5 snow angels here. And then I'm going to go to another spot, and then I'm going to do 5 more, alrighty? I might roll back and forth, being careful as I get close to that sternum. You never want to go on the bone. And back and forth. Oh. Don't go on the fatty part of your breast, just the muscle area there at the top. Oh, goodness gracious. You could even do it on the floor if you wanted to, but I just find it's a lot easier up on the wall. Couple little exercises to strengthen those rhomboids, okay? If you have any kind of band, which I know a lot of us do at home, but you could do this without a band or without weights. It's really good to use a band to strengthen those muscles between the shoulder blades to help us sit up or stand up better. Alrighty, so you're going to put a band in the palms of your hands. Your thumbs are pointing out, okay? And then you're going to exhale as those shoulder blades come back and together and forward, okay? Nice and slow. And now you can do this without your band. The band just creates a little bit of resistance. And it's used a lot in physical therapy, but you can still mind-body connection with this. You can even use a light weight, okay, here and out. But if you're just starting, I wouldn't use a weight. Alrighty? You can also do reverse flies, and you can do that by bending over. And that was really kind of sort of like a reverse fly, but just a little different position. Okay, you're going to bend over, pull that core in, and then you're going to, hands are in front of you with a weight or no weight, and you're going to exhale, shoulder blades come back and together and down, okay? That's really working those back muscles and strengthening those rhomboids, which we need to do. Of course, there's a couple other stretches that you can do during your desk break. One that I absolutely love is down facing dog. All right, so we know that one. You just get on your floor in that plank, you push up, Your glutes are going up toward the ceiling. Your chest is going back towards your knees, okay? Your ears are staying in between your biceps, long neutral neck. Now push your hands into the floor. You will feel that great stretch. Alrighty? Oh, yes. And then you can go back to plank. That's going to work your core. And then back up to down dog. All right? The thing is that you've got to be very proactive at first with doing these exercises and taking your desk breaks. That's why I say let's say every 30 to 45 minutes, at least an hour. Don't sit there longer than an hour. Get up and move. Do some of these exercises. Include them in your routine, maybe in your warm-up. And you will see a difference, but it really takes a lot of being proactive, being dedicated to stay with it. I've always found during my life with exercise or anything else that I do, consistency and perseverance is the key. Alrighty, until we see each other again, take care everyone, and God bless.